and I recently made a trip to San Francisco and to visit where I visited my brother Tony in Fremont, and then I visited my sister-in-law Lucille Johnson, who was in the hospital in Walnut Creek. Then I went over to the city and visited with Sam and my brother Fief and my cousin, my other cousin, Sam's brother Charlie. And I made some videos, and the videos were made on January 13th and 14th, 1987. So here's what's coming. Here they come. Tony. Hi, Tony. And Tony lives here. We're now in Fremont, California. And today is Tuesday, January, what is it? January, the hell is today? 13th. And we're here, what used to be Niles, and there's a little, how many acres was it that Pop had?
2 acres.
Pop had, as our father, had 2 acres. And when Flo and I first came here in 1946, there was only a little tool shed. And this part of the house here, that part there, which has a door now, it wasn't quite that big, we expanded it and had a little room and a little kitchen in the back. And then later, we added this section here, this bedroom here, and the bath. And Flo did a lot of the work on that, along with a neighbor that was a carpenter. And they still have some of the acreage. I get Tony here. How many acres do you have left? You still have 2 acres?
Pop had, when Pop bought, he had 3 acres. When Pop originally bought the place, he had 3 acres.
Yeah.
And then he sold the back section back there. You remember the back section?
Yeah.
He sold that to, some dentist or some damn thing.
Uh-huh.
You remember?
Yeah. And you still get fruit off the trees?
No.
No?
Trees are all drying up now.
They're drying up, huh?
Yeah.
Well, what do you got here? You got an orange tree here, don't you?
You got an orange tree, you got a lemon tree.
You got a lemon tree there.
Back there.
You got an apple tree.
Let me show you a tree that Flo planted. She stuck it in the ground, and it came up an apple tree.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, that was a long time ago.
Let's walk back there. Now this road here wasn't here before. We used to just go out in the street, but then they put a fancy underpass there, and then you had to make the road come around here like this. So where are we now? Is this your property here too?
Yeah.
Oh, geez, those trees are pretty sad. They used to be all beautiful apricot trees.
Yeah.
Gee, that's sad. See them looking like that.
Yeah, there's an apple tree that Flo planted over there.
An apple tree? Which one?
Over there. Right there.
Oh,
See that apple tree?
that one with one apple on it?
Yeah, there's one apple on it now.
That Flo planted that tree? It's sure a big one now.
Yeah, Flo planted that. She put an apple core on the ground, and up came that thing.
And let's see. Oh, there's all kinds of things around. A little windy today. So many houses around now that weren't there before. This was just all orchards. Wow. Well, at any rate, things change. Where'd you go? There you
Right
are.
here.
Okay.
take a picture of the railroad overpass. That wasn't there before.
Yeah, I talked about that. That railroad overpass. Yeah.
That wasn't there.
Oh, there's a railroad track that runs right by the house there. And that railroad used to keep us up. The trains still go by there and keep you up at night?
Absolutely.
They do.
You get used to it. You get used to it, you don't pay any attention to it.
Yeah, right. But it shakes the house a little bit too, doesn't it?
Shakes up. Yeah, shakes a little when you're sleeping. Shakes a little when you're sleeping. You quit taking pictures of me. Go take a picture of the
countryside?
Huh?
There's the hill. We used to climb up that hill. Okay, well, I better get going and go see Lucille.
Yeah. Okay.
So, anything you want to say to Marsha and Mark?
Bye, Marsha.
And Mark?
I hope you get some enjoyment out of these pictures,
Oh, yeah,
Marsha and Mark.
They enjoy them. They have hardly ever seen you, you know.
Is that right?
Yeah.
Is that why you're going to take so many pictures of me?
Yeah.
Come on.
Okay.
Let's go. Let's
All
keep
right.
going.
All right.
I don't like to be photographed too much.
Okay. It's on now, Sam. It's on now. We're over here in San Francisco now, in front of Sam's house. He's going inside there, and this is 526 Paris Street. Okay, here we are in San Francisco.
We forgot about the street sweeper. You got yourself a nice little ticket.
Yeah, there's Sam over here. What'd you say, Sam? You say I got myself a ticket?
Yeah. We forgot about the street sweeper coming by this morning, and you got yourself a ticket, Eddie.
Yeah. Oh, sure enough.
Yeah.
There it is.
Let's go inside.
All right, wait a while. I gotta tell about the street here and all that stuff.
I see.
Yeah.
All right.
This is what's the number here?
526 Paris.
526 Paris Street in San Francisco. It's where Sam Artel, my cousin, lives here. In this little house has a living quarters up above the garage, which is there. And this is looking down the street here. These streets are called by the names of cities. This is Paris. The next one might be Berlin, and the next one might be something like Moscow or something like that. All names of capitals of countries. And
the cross streets are states, countries.
Yeah, the cross streets like this one down here, you probably can read it, is called Russia.
Yeah.
And what's the next one over there?
The next one is Persia.
Persia down that way, and so forth and so on. All different countries, which run normal to the streets that are called by city capitals.
Yeah, flash on to me for just a second.
Okay. There you are, Sam.
Yeah, I live at 526 Paris, and it's between Russia and France. I tell people that, and they say, gee.
Yeah, that's cute.
Let's go inside, Eddie.
Yeah, all right, let me pan up the street first here,
Yeah,
Sam.
right.
I'll turn around, and we'll pan up the street so you can get an idea what the houses look like here, and the street looks like. These houses were built around what, the 20s or something?
Yeah, this one is built in the early 20s.
Early 20s, yeah. Little grocery store called Russia Avenue Grocery Store. Okay, we'll go into Sam's house here.
Hey, kind of up the street on this side.
That's what I did.
See? Yeah, and
What do you want?
you know, Eddie,
What?
Over 50 years, 60 years ago, our uncle used to live up near the corner on this same side of Paris Street here.
You mean Evaristo?
Evaristo, yeah, see?
Yeah.
And we used to come over for Christmas, and he'd
Yeah.
give us $1.
Yeah, I remember.
You know, or a present, 50 cents
Yeah.
and $1 there.
Oh, it's not this house where you're living.
No,
it's
no,
up
no,
there a
it's
little
up
ways.
almost to the corner, see?
Yeah.
And the thing is, he was a very affectionate man,
Yeah.
and he'd grab you and give you a big kiss, you know, hugging a kiss. But $1 was a lot of money in the 60 years
Yeah, it
ago
was,
when we
it
was
was.
only kids, you know.
Yeah.
So, but we didn't like the idea of being hugged and kissed.
Yeah.
But all of it, he's
For
still
the $1, you'd have to get a hug and a kiss, which we didn't like, but we suffered that for the $1. Okay. We're going to go inside of Sam's house.
Yeah.
Flip it on indoors now. And right away, as soon as you start in this house, we're not even up in his
No, this is a lobby.
room. And the first thing you see here, I'm just going to pan around. There's stairs and clocks all around here. Sam's shutting the door. Yeah, that's probably better.
Yeah.
And we got one clock here. Which,
Yeah, this is a little, I made
What's this one?
I made the bottom of the case. This is a kit you buy. It's a mantle clock. It fits on top of a mantle just like this, see?
uh-huh.
And I made this bottom piece of the case to make it a little what they call a granddaughter
Uh-huh.
or dwarf grandfather, see?
Uh-huh.
Just the idea. Now this is an English oak case, but the movement is American, and 150 years old or so.
Darn.
And this I don't know if you can get it's got a sweep second hand.
Oh yeah, that'll come
And
out.
in an American grandfather clock, that's a very rare. See?
Oh, it is, huh?
Yeah, yeah.
Huh.
Yeah.
What's it got in there?
It's a moon phase. The top piece moves in 29 days. It goes around, and you go from the new moon to the full moon to everything.
It shows you the moon
Yeah,
phases.
yeah. See,
Crazy.
see that this moves. See,
Oh yeah.
see there's the.
Oh,
It's just about like that now. The full
I
moon.
see.
You know what?
Yeah,
It's,
yeah. It's moving around.
see.
I see. Yeah. Cute.
Yeah. See.
Yeah. What do we have here?
This
The
is-
black one.
This is this I think the case is ebony, black lacquered, see, with all carvings, and originally it was only this high. See, it was
Oh.
a small one, and then somebody made that extra base to make it up as a grandfather.
Look at the carvings
Yeah.
there.
see. And this, if you can zoom in on the thing, it's got 8 bells up there.
Yeah. How cute.
You think you got that little?
Yeah, oh,
See,
yeah.
And it plays several different tunes.
It does.
It plays Westminster and then chimes, see, on 8 bells, see?
Oh, that clock.
Yeah. Now this, you get over back that way.
Yeah.
see? Now this is a case I made myself. It was in
Yeah.
a Popular Mechanics magazine of
You
the
made the
case,
case
so I
yourself.
made the case, and you can see the works there, and the face is plexiglass with all this other stuff glued on it, so that so it looks like they're hanging in air.
Huh.
Might as well get over to this one
Okay.
here.
Oh, this is a pretty
Now,
one.
this is a copy of a French clock on a pedestal. See? That was made in the early 1800s. But this is a copy that was made recently.
Uh-huh.
And, you know, I got that from your brother Fifi.
You did?
Yeah, he's a, you know, brother, your brother's in sort of like antiques, huh?
Oh,
See?
yeah, yeah. That's
So he bought that, and he says, I don't know why I bought it. I don't, you know, it's new, so he likes antiques. So then I says, all right, I'll buy it, you know. So he sold it to me. And then this is another French copy, the case, see, of a clock that was made in the 1700s, early 1700s.
Oh.
See? Now the original case was sent by this dealer to Spain, And
Yeah.
they made a copy of it. They made a couple of dozen copies of it, and he was selling the copies. But the original clock he sold 10 years ago for $17,000. Okay?
Jeez.
Yeah. And of course, this is just a German grandfather
Yeah.
that's about 50 years old, 50, 60 years old, in the 20s. Okay? Yeah,
Weird.
let's go upstairs.
Okay, so just here at the bottom of the stairs, you got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 grandfather clocks. All right, now we're going to go up the stairs here. And we're coming to the top of the stairs. Here we are at the top, and this is a living room area. That's where I slept
No,
last
this is
night.
the dining room.
Oh, dining room.
Yeah, this was the dining room. Of course, I don't
Yeah.
have any dining room tables. When I first moved in here, I had a pool table in here. Used to play pool.
Uh-huh.
Let's go
As
into
we
the... Yeah,
turn to the right,
Yeah.
we look towards the front of the house,
yeah, this is a hallway and the hallway. see?
yeah.
Now,
Okay. Let me just orient everybody here.
Yeah.
We're going to turn around and look the other way down
yeah,
this
that's
hall. We
the
look
end
towards the rear of the
hallway,
house.
The kitchen and the back room.
Yeah.
See?
So we'll turn around,
Yeah.
and where are we going now? Oh, we're going to look over here on this wall
Yeah,
here.
there's a
which is a,
Japanese silk screen.
Japanese silk
Like a
screen.
divider, a room divider, see? But it's silk with wood frame, and then the design is embroidered on the silk.
Uh-huh.
See, and then a little painting to bring it out. But if you look real close, the boat is embroidered.
Oh,
See?
boat is embroidered.
Yeah.
Very
And here's
cute.
an unusual little
Cute.
lamp, statue lamp, that your brother Feeve had.
Oh, wait,
in
this
the-
lamp here? Wait, let me
Yeah.
get on the lamp.
that
Okay,
your
I got
brother,
it.
when they had the house over there on 14th off of Park Presidio Drive,
Uh-huh.
the kids were young then,
Uh-huh.
you know, and they used to slide down the banister.
Uh-huh.
And that was at the foot of the banister, and they broke it.
Yeah.
And
Yes,
Feeve was going to throw it away, so then he gave it to me.
They took
And
it.
so I fixed it up and I put it there.
Yeah.
See? Now here's a little, what they call a banjo clock, American style.
Fantastic.
That's 50 or 60 years old,
Uh-huh.
made by Seth Thomas, a miniature. And then this is another.
Hold on, wait a while, Sam. Where are we going?
Well,
So this-
let's get a
this,
shot of
this wall?
these. Here's another little banjo, American made about in the 20s. This was made in the 20s by the New Haven Clock Company. See?
Uh-huh. Cute.
Yeah.
Now where are we going? Front?
Yeah.
All right.
Uh,
Oh, this wall here?
yeah. Back up a little. Back up and get this. This is a kit. You buy the pieces. You buy it in pieces and you glue it all together
Oh,
again.
you made it,
And this
huh?
is another copy of a banjos. The
Yeah.
banjo style.
Uh-huh.
You want to get the
What?
lamp up here?
Oh, yeah.
I mean, and
This
get
is
my chandelier.
chandelier,
The chandelier.
Sam's. This is something you put up. Huh?
Yeah, I bought that at the flea market.
Flea
It's all
market.
brass.
All brass.
Eh?
Yeah, cute.
And like flowers, like 3 big flowers.
Weirdo. Okay.
Yeah. Turn around and into the dining room. I mean, the
living
living
room?
room. Yeah.
Okay. We're going in the living room here. Golly. Okay, now.
Yeah.
Let's see, we'll
get
turn
that
around.
wall. Yeah, get that.
First of
Watch
all,
out.
we're going to turn around here
Yeah.
and get this, this wall here.
This is a Chinese screen, wood screen.
Chinese wood screen.
With painted. eh? And now the unusual part is these figures are carved out of stone. They're stone
Just-
carvings
yeah,
and glued
let me
on.
see. I'm going to zoom in on those, Sam.
Yeah, see?
Those figures there.
And the faces are plastic that are carved and painted. Okay?
Huh.
And it's some kind of a warrior scene, the warrior's coming home or something, you know.
Uh-huh.
because there's the kids and the wives, I suppose, and the parents or something like that.
Yeah. That's just a beautiful
And it's
piece.
unusual in that it's got the round center. Most of them are, you know, like that, see?
Yeah.
But it's new. Now, if you find one that has this, but the faces are carved out of ivory, now you know that's old.
Old, huh?
See? Yeah. See? And then
What?
go into that little,
Where?
that section there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, the warriors there?
No, this is thing now.
Oh, the clock. The clocks. The
I'll
clocks.
open it so you can see because the glass reflects. This is a little framed and a cabinet, and I made the cabinet myself. I made the cabinets, and I got it for a little bunch of little clocks there.
You got the little figurine there too.
Yeah, little vase, and just a little icon there. You know, sort of a Russian religious thing there that I.
Where? Which one is that?
That's this one here. See the little.
Oh,
See
yeah,
the little
like that.
Russian.
Can you bring that out, Sam? Because I know Don's father is very much into those icons things. Oh, that's a religious.
Yeah, most
Russian.
most icons are Russian.
Can you bring
Russian
that out?
religion.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay. No, just put it with the light will
Yeah.
get on it. I'm sure.
Yeah. See, it's a little wood.
Yeah.
Three piece with little paintings on it. You know how they fold them like this, see?
Yeah,
See?
That's cute.
And then, yeah, see, that's the Virgin Mother and a child, I suppose, and then two angels.
Yeah,
See?
that's interesting.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Here's a couple of little oddies. They're little cheap.
Yeah.
They're little cheap clocks. And a wristwatch. But the thing is, the design is like a daisy with black enamel. Can you get them?
Zoom in on them? Okay,
Yes.
Hold them steady there.
See?
Uh-huh.
See, this is a little mantle clock, you know, a little clock you put on the desk, see?
Yeah.
And then this is a wristwatch with the same type of,
same
with
design.
the same type of little design.
Matching wristwatch.
Yeah, yeah. Which I thought was kind of odd.
Yeah. You sure pick up a lot of odd things.
Oh, well, when you figure... When you figure I've been collecting clocks and watches for over 50 years.
50 years?
Oh, sure. Hell yeah.
Darn.
Yeah. Turn around and face that that wall over there, Eddie.
All right, we'll turn it around and facing this wall here. Okay, now this, the one on the right here, I'll start with that one.
Yeah. Now this is a porcelain cased clock.
Just, hold on here. So
and it was made...
a little closer here.
Yeah. And I think I don't know if you'll be able to make out the name, Nicholas Petit.
Let's see, point to where the name is.
Right here, is it right there?
I don't know if it'll come out. But,
yeah, well, it's but you see it's porcelain with that, what they call that cobalt blue. Okay. Yeah, get back a little more now.
Yeah.
And anyway, Nicholas Petit worked for Louis the 16th.
Yeah.
In the, like I say, in the end of the 1700s. And Nicholas Petit died in 1793. So he had to make this clock a few years before he died, let's face it.
Yeah.
And so this is 200 years old.
It is. Can we turn it and see the back side? No.
Oh.
Oh, well, I can, that's all right.
No, it's easy to turn. It's just, it's just a...
Yeah, okay, I see.
Hey?
That's all right.
See?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Hey?
Okay, all right.
Now, I don't know if you can see this crack right there.
Yeah, there is.
And this crack.
Yeah, I can
and
see
this
that.
crack. See, at one time, this case, the clock and case were dropped.
Oh.
See, and they were and they fixed it up.
Yeah.
See?
Very pretty.
Yeah.
What's this next big?
And the next one is a French, what they call a French statue clock, and that's over 3 feet tall. And it's called Girl with Butterflies. See?
Yeah.
It's
Where? Where are the butterflies?
And one butterfly is up on the top of her hand there.
Oh, up there.
And the other one is on her left hip.
On her hip there. Yeah,
Yeah,
I see that.
see?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's sure enough.
Yeah.
It's
And the
that's very pretty.
The case is a red marble. See? Yeah, it is unusual. You don't see them that big anymore. See?
Yeah.
Now the one next to it.
Hold on. I'm still on this one.
Oh.
All right. Now the one next to it, yes.
The next one is what they call an English skeleton clock.
Skeleton clock.
Yeah, it's
Sort
all
of bare.
cut up so that you can see all the works.
It's exposed.
Yeah,
It was made
see?
that way so
Yeah, it
people
was
could
made
see
like that, and then you had a glass dome over it. But I took the domes off so you could get a good shot of it. See? And that's those were very popular around 1850.
I'll be okay.
Yeah. Now this is an English for the Royal Air Force, World War I or II, say in between like that. And it's made in the copy of a very older type of clock. But this was, chances are, in some officer's office, you know, the commandant's office. Eh?
What's this thing that's rocking here?
Oh, that's a swinger. That's what is called a swinger. Of course, this is a new one. The statue is made out of plaster, and the works is a quartz battery movement.
What's those chimes? Is that there's something going on?
No, that's this here ship's clock.
Oh,
that
that's
just
a real
struck-
ship's clock, huh?
Yeah, it strikes ship's bells.
Oh.
Eh? And what you heard was the strike of the bells. It was 10 o'clock is 4 strikes. Eh?
Okay.
Now this is another smaller statuette clock, but that's
you're talking about this one.
this
here?
one here.
Yeah.
This one here with the statue.
Yeah.
That's a cast brass, all brass or bronze, and that's very old. Okay? And that has what they call a silk thread suspension.
Look at that
Now,
guy up
yeah, actually he's a crossbowman.
Oh,
He's supposed to have a crossbow and
Oh,
some
he doesn't
darts
have
in
the
his
bow.
hand, but they broke off. See,
Yeah.
because this clock, the French quit using the silk thread suspension in 1820, roughly around in there. So the clock is getting close to 200 years old. Okay?
Very interesting.
Yeah.
Oh, you come now,
And
a
then
dark
this-
one here.
This black one is what they call a black marble, though actually it's a black slate. See?
Oh, that's
and it's
made of
American.
slate,
Yeah. It's
Must be
American.
heavy.
And it must weigh 50 pounds.
Wow.
And it's got a statuette of a little horse on the top.
Yeah.
Now this one here actually is an American copy made by Amsoni, I think, or Gilbert. That,
Gilbert. Yeah.
about the turn of the century. The French made this complete style, and then the Americans copied it at those times.
Oh, now we come to it.
Yeah. Now this is another French statuette clock with the 2 side pieces.
The side pieces are part of the
they're part
unit,
of the
huh?
set. As you can see, the base is marble, black and white. See?
Yeah.
And this is unusual in that it's a figure. The figure is reclining rather than standing up. See? And that's made around the turn of the century, 1900, 1904.
Yeah. Look at that.
Yeah.
Fantastic. The little birds on the end there, huh?
Yeah.
Stuff. And then there's figurines on the...
Yeah, there's figurines on the vases
on the
there.
vases.
One's blowing a trumpet and the other one has a bow in her hand.
Oh, this is the one with the bow in it.
Yeah, this is the one with the bow, see?
Yeah, that.
And then this one has a trumpet.
It's really something.
Let's go into the dining room.
All right, hold on. Okay, now we're going by another screen here. This
is another
working screen
Chinese screen.
Sam's got.
This is a little more simpler.
Use that
and
to
a little smaller.
give me a little
Privacy
shade
there for this.
last night when I was sleeping and he was watching television.
Yes. And this is a little Chinese court scene. Yeah.
What the hell you got down here? These little...
Oh, hey, this is something that I bought This is that water buffalo carving that I bought in the Philippines. I gave it to your mother
Yeah,
about 40 years ago.
you did.
You know,
What's
it's a buffalo with two little Chinese kids on it. I think I bought it in Hong Kong.
did you?
Yeah. See?
Cute.
Yeah.
And some of my shaving stuff that
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
used this morning. That's right here where I slept down here. Oh wow, look at all this stuff.
Yeah. These are mostly French clocks. Eh?
This is a big cabinet with all these clocks on it.
Yeah, and then of course I've got these little smaller clocks in the cabinet here.
Holy smokes. Well, tell us a little bit about these,
Yeah.
Sam.
Well, these are just they were made 30, 40 years ago in all little scene, you know, I mean all these little sort of mandel fancy. See? There's not too much to tell.
Well, there's such a big
Yeah.
variety here.
Yeah.
About how many of these clocks are there? And
Oh,
it's
there's
just
over-
this cabinet
there's over
on top.
100 alone.
Over
Yeah.
100 just on top of that?
Yeah.
And in
Yeah,
that cabinet, huh?
this is a little modern one, just around World War II, that has a plastic case.
Uh-huh.
See, a little plastic alarm
Uh-huh.
clock. eh?
Uh-huh.
And they came in all different shapes of the
Yeah.
plastic.
Golly. Look at that.
Yeah, now this is a little French with porcelain inserts painted, and it's got the two little side pieces to it. eh?
Those two
These
side,
These little match the clock. These
I
little
see,
side
yeah.
irons
That
match the
seemed to be a
clock.
custom to have a couple
Oh yeah, they did. Almost all of
side
those
pieces, yeah.
those style of clocks. That red one, see if you can get on this red one here.
of red.
That's the same thing and about the same age. And originally that had two little urns, but they disappeared somewhere. Eh?
Uh-huh. Oh.
Yeah.
And there's a...
Yeah. Zoom in on this.
Which
Zoom
one?
in on this little
The white one?
yeah, this little white one here. Now that's what they call bisque,
Bisque.
unglazed porcelain.
Uh-huh.
Eh? And it's French, and it has a silk thread
Let me get
suspension.
around this side for the lights there.
Yeah.
Thank you.
It's French,
Yeah.
and it has a silk thread suspension in it too.
Silk thread.
Silk thread instead of the spring. Before the spring, they used to use silk because silk wore quite a bit. And that's close to 200 years old too. See,
You
and it's just well, like I say, it's porcelain. See?
Yeah.
And here's a couple more
Where you point down?
over here.
Corner, huh?
There's another little old French clock with a little figurine, a bronze figurine.
On
there.
the right?
See there, the
Right.
one on the right there. See?
That one there, huh?
Yeah.
Huh.
Yeah, this figurine comes off and it's cast of bronze. See?
Oh.
And
Yeah.
yeah. And this is a sort of an unusual dome with a dome on it.
The dome.
Yeah, see, with the dome and the four cast bronze, and this is marble. See, the base is marble,
Uh-huh.
and of course I got a French movement in there now, but originally it had a 400-day anniversary movement.
Mm-hmm.
Eh?
Yeah, okay.
And then this is an American, just a small
This is
mantle
small
clock.
American,
Yeah, see.
Now, what do you got on here by the boat, sailboat?
Yeah. Now this is another little bronze one clock, and then this is a German wood mantle clock. Yeah, it's
Uh-huh.
kind of unusual in that it's German instead of American. See,
Uh-huh.
and now this is white marble,
White
and it's
marble.
cut so
Yeah.
cut so thin that the light shines through it.
Yeah, I can see it.
See
I can
the-
see
see
it,
how
yeah. Yeah.
See how when I cut
Yeah,
the line out,
that's
see?
cute. That's unusual.
It's translucent.
Yeah.
Yeah, see?
How about that?
And then this is this is a French. This is a French mandel clock with the exposed mercury pendulum. You can see the pendulum moving.
The
and like
side
that,
pieces
see?
go with that?
And it's got the two side urns.
Yeah. How about that?
Yeah. And then, of course, I have a couple of Japanese swords,
Oh, that's Japanese.
World War II.
Yeah.
See? And then if you flash on that wall there, see?
Yeah.
That's another one. That's a little older.
It's a samurai.
Yeah. Japanese or samurai sword.
And I saw you had some back this way. A big scabbard here. What is that?
That's an old copy of a two-handed sword that the knights used.
Jeez.
Yeah.
And then you had another one over here.
That's one that the bands, those municipal bands, they carry the sword to and everything when they parade.
Yeah, it's kind of decorative.
Yeah, it's a decorative piece there, yeah.
Okay.
Let's go into this back room then now.
Now we're going to go back into the hall.
Yeah.
And go down this way. And what do you got? Something in the hall here?
This is a rather interesting Vienna regulator.
A Vienna
regulator in what they call a serpentine case. It's carved in the design. Oops.
That's all right.
It's carved in the design.
Of a serpentine like?
Yeah, that they.
Oh, it's, yeah.
And this movement is a 30-day movement. See, the pendulum has about a drop of about 18 inches. And it takes 30 days to drop from the top down here, about a half an inch every 24 hours.
So you only wind it once a month, huh?
Yeah, see? Now we'll go into the back room.
Back room, we got lights in the back there.
Which was a bedroom, eh?
Yeah.
And these are a couple of little small clocks, they're just nothing in particular.
This is your desk. What do you got here?
Now these are what they call swingers.
Swingers.
This isn't a really old one, but when it's running, the clock swings like that, and that controls the time. That's a pendulum, see?
Actually, that is the pendulum for the time.
Yeah, see? And then, of course, this is another one.
Another one back there.
A bigger one. Eh?
Yeah. Well, you can't see them all necessarily.
Yeah. This is a rather old English bracket, what they call an English bracket clock, a double fusee. And the company that made that, the company that made that in London worked from 1775 to 1804. And then this is an old Louis XIV type that was made about 1850 instead of 1600 when Louis XIV was in power, say. And this is what they call a French Empire. That was in the early 1800s, after Napoleon, the Empire of Napoleon.
Well, what about those two back there, Sam? We didn't get those.
Let me put this out of the way so you can see. This is what they call a crystal regulator. A crystal regulator means it has glass all around. And this has enameled cloisonne, set into the things like that, see? And the unusual part about that is that I bought that in Japan, in Yokohama, what they used to call the black market.
Yeah.
This jeweler had it, and I took it apart and had it cleaned, and I found that card. I think you can see the card laying in there.
Oh, yeah?
And that card shows that a watchmaker in Manila in 1928 cleaned and fixed it.
Oh.
So during the war, when the Japanese took Manila, a Japanese soldier must have took it back to Japan.
Oh.
And then he had it for sale in his store, and I bought it.
You bought it, great.
So it left. It was made in France in the late 1800s,
Yeah.
1850,
You were a seaman
1875.
for how many years?
Yeah, I was a seaman for 25 years.
Oh, so you traveled a
Yeah,
lot.
yeah, traveled quite a
Picked
bit.
up some of this stuff.
Yeah.
Different
And
countries.
this is an English mantle clock or a bracket clock.
Uh-huh.
And this has 8 bells on the top, and it plays every 15 minutes, what they call Westminster. Yeah.
Darn.
This is a little safe, and the unusual part about it is that it has wheels on it. You know, like
Yeah.
a big roll-around safe.
Yeah.
See? Now this, I have the Sears Roebuck catalog for 1900, and it shows this original same safe. It weighs about 75 pounds, and they sold it at that time for $6.
75 pounds safe.
Yeah, see, and it's got the wheels like it was a big safe, but you can pick it up and carry it, see?
Yeah. What do
Now, this is a national cash register with the cash designed bronze,
Uh-huh.
see?
Let me get around this way because
Yeah.
the light's coming in from the window there, Sam.
Yeah, see?
Yeah.
Nice little cash register,
Yeah.
see?
I noticed that you got some pictures with clocks up on the
Yeah,
wall.
those are some pictures and paintings, mostly pictures, and I put clocks movements in them. I just put some clocks. The thing is, when I did those, the quartz movements weren't out at all yet,
Oh.
see? So, because you have to wind them. You have to take them down off the wall every day or so and wind them.
Yeah.
But,
Cute.
yeah.
Okay, now this
And now this is my roll-top desk. See?
photographing against the light here, I'm going to have to...
Zoom it down,
See,
come the light out, yeah.
I got the light button on.
Yeah.
See, it should
Yeah.
come out.
Yeah, I know, it's...
Go ahead, tell about it.
Yeah, this is one of the old stand-up phones. You know, they call them Elliott Nesses now.
Oh, uh-huh.
Okay? And this is a copy of a very rare violin-shaped clock made by Seth Thomas
Oh,
over 100 years ago. And the originals, he only made about a dozen, they say. And the originals are very rare. See?
Hey,
And
Sam,
it's-
have you got curtains there?
No,
No? Okay.
I don't have the curtains.
All right.
Maybe I'll put this light on. It might bring in a little more. Yeah. The only thing is to get over here and get them at a side angle. Look, okay? I think it's...
Sam, this thing is saying battery.
Oh.
Let's continue a little bit here.
Yeah. This is a little Austrian clock, very old. Okay. And this is a 400-day, but a very early one that it has a disc pendulum instead of the four little balls.
Yeah.
Okay. And it's got the small dial.
Yeah. Yeah. I guess you... Go ahead.
You got this one, but
Yeah.
this is a very early 400-day clock. You know what they call the anniversary clock? Except that this has a flat disc pendulum and a very small dial. See? That's the early 1900s when they made that model.
Yeah. So it rotates instead of
Yeah, it rotates.
Yeah.
And this is a Seth Thomas,
Seth
what
Thomas.
they call the Sonora Chimes model. It has another unit in the back that has 4 bells, and it strikes on the half and the hour.
Yeah. Let's see. This we already went through this one, didn't we?
Yeah.
That's not very unusual.
Now this is a little statuette mantle clock with 2 children. With the 2 children,
Yeah.
and this
All right,
one.
let me photograph from this angle. Maybe I won't get
Yeah.
against the light so much.
Yeah. See.
Yeah.
Yeah. See. And this clock was made in 1878. See?
Wow.
By a French. It's a French clock.
Now it's got a girl and a boy.
No, 2 little. A little girl and then another little boy, maybe.
Yeah. It's strange.
Yeah.
And, not the one in the rear here.
Oh, that's a French with an unusual casing like this, and that's with the statue of Joan of Arc.
Joan of Arc. Can you rotate that for me, Sam? So I won't be shooting against the light and you'll
Yeah.
still be able to see it. Oh, that's Joan of Arc.
Yeah, yeah.
Pretty.
And the case is rather unusual in that it's got all these designs on it, see?
Oh, yeah. Look at the
Yeah,
case.
see, the case is cast.
It's cast.
Yeah, it's cast.
So they made a lot of these then, huh?
Oh, yeah, yeah. That was
When they
one of
made
the
them.
most popular of all the...
Yeah.
Yeah.
Here's some more.
Yeah, some more pictures with little clocks set into them. Eh?
Yeah.
Yeah. Here's an unusual little piece.
Oh, wait on.
This is a little telephone exchange that come out of a hotel in Paris.
I'll be.
Eh?
I'll be
When they got an incoming call, one of these little things would flip, you know, and like that. So the operator it must buzz, and the operator would take one of these here and plug it in, and ask what they wanted. See?
Yeah. Like in the old movies. Huh?
Yeah, yeah. See? And then she'd plug them into wherever room they wanted.
Uh-huh.
Now this is a little copy of a German jump-off swinger that was made around 1905.
Oh.
Like I say, I kind of like the swinging because they got
Yeah.
a little action and movement.
Yeah, right. What's the one on the right is just a
Just
ordinary.
a little electric clock that I put a battery movement in it, I think. So
Yeah. Now where are we going? This big long one?
this one here, this is a copy of a English London clock.
Lantern.
This is a replica, but it says Thomas More, Ipswich. See? And the original clock that he made around 1670.
The moon. What?
No,
What does it say on the face?
Thomas More, Ipswich.
Oh.
That's the county or the city in
That's
England.
Thomas More.
See?
Yeah.
And this was made in Spain about 15 years ago.
Okay.
Okay, but it's a copy of the original one.
Is that all brass?
Yeah, it's all brass.
Fantastic. You can see the works and everything.
Yeah, yeah. Well, of course, they usually had little brass plates
Yeah.
on the side.
Big heavy weight there too.
Yeah, lead, about 10-pound lead weight.
Yeah.
Eh?
How many days does that run for?
Well, that only runs as one day.
One
every
day, then
day,
you gotta lift
every
up the
day
weight
you
again.
had to wind it. Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. Eh?
And where are we going now? Over here,
Oh,
up the top?
We're going up here. These are little electric clocks. Okay. Now this one here has a little merry-go-round with horses on it. See? And the thing keeps spinning back and forth. Now this one when you got the light on and it's running, there's a little cylinder in there that's wrapped with tin foil, crinkled, and the light reflecting off it shines through and it looks like the water is falling. See? And this one here is a swinger. The two little, the children swing back and forth. Eh? And this one here is a canary in a cage. See, it's a canary swinging back and forth in
I
a
can see
cage.
it. Yeah.
Yeah, these are these were made about 50 years ago, and now they're making them again.
Oh,
See?
yeah.
They're making them again. See?
That's really unusual, all right?
Yeah. See? And then these are just a little assortment of little clocks. And this is another little swinger.
Just a minute. Down here?
Yeah, this is another.
Oh, an elephant.
With an elephant, yeah, yeah. And these were made in Japan about 15, 20 years ago. They're copies of the German swinger. Okay?
Uh-huh.
And this is a Waterbury mantle set of a marine style. It strikes ship's bells instead of the regular hour. And this is the barometer. And this is a thermometer. It's all on the brass,
Yeah.
See, so it's rather unusual. Yeah.
What do you
And
got?
that's
What do you
my
got in this
workshop.
room here? You got a
That's the closet, and I just got my bench.
Stove. Your workshop's got all kinds of things, globes and clocks and...
Yeah, well,
What do you got in all those drawers?
just watch parts and clock parts.
Watch parts and clock parts. What do you got here now? You start at the top?
This is it's a cheap copy of a French cartel, what they call the cartel clock.
Cartel clock.
It's got a figure of Hercules, I think, holding up the world, and then Father Time.
Huh.
Now these are little alarm clocks, mostly German.
Just a minute.
Oh,
Down here?
yeah.
Little alarm clocks?
These are a set of alarm clocks, mostly German. They got a bell, see, and like that, and then this one with the two bells. And then this and this are wood cases. As you can see, they're wood carved, see, but they're cheap alarm clocks.
Yeah.
See? And then a few more ship's clocks and things like that. Yeah.
There's a bunch of them on the floor here. All kinds of things around here.
Yeah.
All kinds of interesting things, Sam.
Yeah. Thank you. Let's go out in the kitchen
Are we going to go to the kitchen?
and out the back porch.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Okay, we'll leave this room and go in. That's where we were before. Now we're going into the kitchen here. More clocks. And more clocks. And we're looking out the towards the rear here. There's a lot of light coming in here. Switch back in this way. The working clocks. Turn out this way. Okay, we'll go out into the little back porch here and scan the city. So, better put it on daylight here. Yeah, daylight. Outdoor scene.
Get the neighbors right there. See down in the.
Oh, hi.
Hi, Eleanor. Wave. You're on candid camera. That's my next door neighbor Eleanor and my next door neighbor John. Give him a little wave. And I don't know who this fella is. A worker for you? You got a worker? This is my cousin Eddie from Los Angeles.
Is he the one that got the ticket?
Yeah, I forgot all about that. I even forgot to put my garbage out this morning.
What bottle did you drink out of?
Oh, well.
You can have little deer in their backyard and stuff.
Yeah.
Cute little place.
Get my backyard. There's a fence.
Your backyard? Okay.
Fence. See, it's a brick fence. Goes all the way around.
Sam's backyard fence. Whoa, Sam.
I gotta fix this whole porch.
It's going through.
I know. See?
I almost fell through Sam's porch here.
Yeah. Just.
His backyard's got
a brick fence all around it and bowling balls mounted.
Bowling balls. All right.
Yeah.
Now let's pan the city. Now I'm looking up towards this tower, Sam.
Yeah, that's that that TV tower that they built a few years back.
Not too far from Twin Peaks is that tower.
Yeah. Twin Peaks is just a little to the right. See the two peaks?
We'll back off here a little bit. Oh yeah, the two peaks to the right.
That's a Twin
Those
Peaks.
those are Twin Peaks.
What they call Twin Peaks.
Yeah.
And I don't know
nice
what
view
that
of the
little
city from
section
those.
up there is. It might be
what
Diamond Heights.
We're going to the right?
Yeah, see that other big section right there?
Yeah.
I think that's called Diamond Heights.
Oh yeah, a bunch of houses built up there.
See? Yeah.
And we'll back off
And
here.
then down this way.
Go over this way.
See? Toward the north.
Toward north or more towards downtown, huh?
Yeah. There's a little haze you can see, so you can't see too much right down that way.
Yeah, a little hazy down there.
Yeah.
And this is his neighborhood here.
Yeah.
I'll pan back towards this way.
Yeah.
And let's see, well, after we come to a big mountain up, that's Mount Davidson, isn't it?
Yeah.
Mount Davidson, and I'll zoom.
A little on the left, up near the top, that
The left?
That's part of the big cross that's on.
I don't
Mount
see
Davidson.
right there. I think
Yeah.
I can see a piece of it there.
Yeah, just
Right in
the
about
top
the center
part
of the screen
cross.
now.
They-
There's a big cross that they hold Easter services.
Yeah.
I'm not sure it's coming out too well.
Yeah. See, then you
That's
continue-
called Mount Davidson.
Yeah, you continue
There
left,
we continue.
a little further, and then right
Yeah.
straight there is the City College.
That
That area up there with the little
with the
rock.
dome. That's a junior college.
Yeah.
Called City College.
And right below it,
Down below here,
more to the left, is
Uh,
Balboa High School.
that's Balboa High School.
And
And
the field, the
Where's
field there.